Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture number 8 of unit number 5 partial differential equation. In this lecture, we'll continue with the examples on linear first order partial differential equation, that is Lagrange's equation of the type Pp plus Qq equal to R. In previous lecture also we have seen the similar type of examples. There we have solved them using the methods of grouping and another technique that using of first obtained relation to obtain the second relation. Okay. And in this lecture we are going to solve this type of problems using the method of multipliers, second method of solving. Okay, that method also we have discussed in one of the video how to do. We select the multipliers element to get the fourth ratio LDX plus MDY plus NDZ equal to divided by 0. Okay, that is LP plus MQ plus NR equal to 0. That type of method we are going to use here. So few problems I have listed. In all the problems we use method of multipliers to get the two relations, two independent relation u and v. So first problem, let us start. In the first problem, the given equation is x into y minus z p plus y into z minus x into q minus z into x minus y equal to 0. Now if you transfer this minus on the right, we'll get the equation in the form Pp plus Qq equal to R. On comparing with Pp plus Qq, that which is the Lagrange's equation equal to R, we get the values of PQR as capital P equal to x into y minus z, capital Q equal to y into z minus x, capital R equal to z into x minus y. Therefore, auxiliary equation of 1 is dx by x into y minus z dy upon q, that is y into z minus x, and dz by r, which is z into x minus y. Now clearly if you see this auxiliary equation, you cannot consider any group of first two, group of second third, group of first third, which will be free of the third variable. Okay, means method of grouping is not applicable here. Therefore we have to use the method of multipliers. Okay, in method of multipliers we consider the set of multipliers. Okay, so we need to select the element value such that L into P plus M into Q plus N into R equal to 0. So for that purpose I am going to write this x y minus z, y into z minus x plus z into x minus y. Okay, now these are PQ and R. I am going to multiply by L, M, N to these, and so that the addition of the 3 will be equal to 0. So that element we have to guess. So, okay, so if you multiply by x inside, we'll get plus xy here. Now we need to check whether minus xy is available, because we need to obtain the addition equal to 0. So xy is here, here we have minus xy, that will get cancelled. Here we have minus xz, here we have plus xz, that will also get cancelled. Here we have plus yz, here we have minus yz, that will get also cancelled. Means even if we multiply by 1, 1 and 1, still we get the 0. So our first set of multiplier is first set of multipliers as 1 1 1. Okay, if you multiply by 1 1 1, this is going to become 0, the addition is going to become 0. This we are doing roughly. We need to check whether after multiplying by 1 1 1 we get a 0 or not. That we have to check, trial and error method. So 1 1 1 is perfect set of multipliers, that gives us the 0. Okay, consider first set of multiplier as 1 1 1. Therefore each ratio means each of these ratio equal to the third ratio, fourth ratio is what? LDX plus MDY plus NDZ, that is 1 dx plus 1 dy plus 1 dz divided by 1 into P, 1 into Q plus 1 into R, P plus Q plus R, 1 into P, 1 into Q, 1 into R, that is P plus Q plus R, and clearly you can see that P plus Q plus R equal to 0. So this denominator will become 0. So that will give us the differential equation this implies each ratio equal to dx plus dy plus dz. Denominator has become 0. After cross multiplying, on the left hand side we are having 3 ratio. We consider any one. If we equate to 0, if you multiply by this 0 to right, left, we'll get dx plus dy plus dz equal to 0, which is a differential equation. This can be integrable. On integration, it is in variable separable form. On integration, the integration of dx is x, the integration of dy is y, integration of dz is z, integration of 0 can be taken as constant c1. So this will give us the first relation, okay, u of x y z equal to c1. Now for the second relation, we need to select, again because the grouping is not possible, the second set of multiplier we need to select, and that second set of multiplier should be independent to first set of multiplier. It should not be multiple of 1 1 1, otherwise it will get the same solution. So we need to guess which will be the other set of multipliers. Consider, again I am checking this here, okay. Now after multiplying by, we can multiply by variables also, because multipliers are not necessarily constants. So if I multiply by x here, so what will get? X square. If I multiply by y here, so what I will get? Y square. If I multiply by z here, what I will get? Z square. Okay, so we'll get here x square y. Now we need to check whether minus of that is available or not, because we need to show that this addition equal to 0. So we must have minus x square y available. So if x square y is available here, plus here we don't have x square y, negative, means this will not work, right? This set of multiplier will not work. Now we have to think of different one. Now if we cancel out this x y z is not working, so if we multiply by 1 by x to this, so this x will get cancelled, 1 by y to this y will get cancelled, 1 by z to this z will get cancelled. We'll have minus y minus z, z minus x, and x minus y. Clearly we will get the addition as 0. So 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z will be the second set of multiplier. Consider 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z be second set of multipliers. Now for the second set of multipliers, we'll get each ratio equal to first multiplier into dx, 1 by x into dx, that is dx by x, dy by y, plus dz by z. This will be the numerator. In the denominator, we will have p by x plus q by y plus r by z, and we have seen that this addition becomes 0. Okay, so we'll have here dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z divided by 0, right? And on the left we are having each ratio, means the first 3 ratios. Okay, after cross multiplying, this will give us another differential equation, dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z equal to 0, right? Which is integrable. On integration, the integration of dx by x is log x, log y, log z. Constant will take as log c2. So after using properties of logarithm, this will be equal to xyz equal to c2, second relation, which is independent of the first relation. Okay, therefore by 2 and 3 we can write the general solution of 1 is phi of u comma v equal to 0. This formula we know. Now we just have to put the values of u and v. U is the left hand side of the first equation, which is x plus y plus z, and v is the left hand side of the second equation, x into y into z equal to 0. So this will be the general solution for the first problem. Okay, so this is how you can do in method of multipliers. The guessing of multiplier becomes important here. If you don't find a correct set of multipliers, it will be very difficult for you to judge. But the similar type of multipliers we get in problems, 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z, x, y, z, x minus y, y minus z, 1, 1, 1. In some cases we get numbers as multipliers, in some cases we'll get variables, sometimes x square, y square, z square also multipliers. Like that we have to check which one is suitable for our problem, so that LP plus MQ plus NR will become 0. So always you write PQR in this form, and try to multiply by suitable factors which will give us 0, and that two set of multipliers has to be independent in nature, then only we'll get the independent relation u and v. Now let us try the second problem at your own, or I will solve it for you, no problem, fine. And third, one I will leave, and at the end I am going to give some problem for practice also. So I will do second for you now. Here I have written the auxiliary equation of 2. Okay, here PQR is P z into x plus y, Q z into x minus y, x square plus y. Now we need to check which, after multiplying by which factor will get 0. Okay, so here I have written the first set of multipliers, x minus y minus z. If you multiply by this x, what you will get? Zx square. Then here xyz plus. Now whatever the terms you are getting after multiplying by the x, the same terms, the negative of the same terms must appear in the next set. So if you multiply by minus y here, so here we will get minus xyz. Here we will get minus plus y square z, right? Now one term we have obtained, the negative of this term. Now negative of this term, these two terms remained, so that has to be obtained from the last term. So we need to cancel out zx square and zy square. X square and y square is available, so it is necessary to multiply by minus z here. Hence the third multiplier is minus z. So if you multiply minus z, we will get the terms which all the terms will get cancelled. So this is the perfect set of multiplier for the perfect first set of multiplier for the given problem. Okay, therefore each ratio will be equal to x dx minus y dy minus z dz divided by 0. We know that we will get 0 here. So this will give us x dx minus y dy minus z dz equal to 0. On integration, this is a variable separable form. On integration, x square by 2 minus y square by 2 minus z square by 2 equal to c1. Now if you multiply throughout by 2, we will get x square minus y square minus z square equal to 2c1, which can be considered as another constant c1 dash. Okay, so this will be the first relation that we will get. Now for the second relation, we need to guess another set of multiplier. Now if you see this equation, now the second set should not be multiple of this. Okay, so instead of x, if I multiply by y first, what will happen? Here we will get xyz again, and here we will get y square, right? After multiplying by y, we are just checking by trial and error method. So for cancelling this, we must have here minus x. So we will multiply this by minus xyz we must get. So we'll multiply this by x. So if you multiply this by x, we'll get x square z and minus xyz. So plus xyz minus xyz is cancelled. Now what remained? So this is y square z, sorry, because z into y square z. So now y square z and x square z we have to cancel. So for that we need to multiply by minus z to this. So what new set of multiplier we obtain? We multiplied this by y. First we multiplied by y, then we multiplied by x, and then we multiplied by minus z. Now here we have x minus y minus z, and here we have y x minus z. Okay, so this is totally independent of the first set. So this can be used as the second set of multiplier. Consider y x minus z as second set of multipliers. Therefore each ratio equal to y dx plus x dy minus z dz divided by 0. Okay, this will give us the differential equation y dx plus x dy minus z dz equal to 0. Now this is not integrable at present because we are having terms of y with respect to x, but the first two terms y dx plus x dy is the derivative of x into y minus z dz equal to 0. By u into v rule, d of xy will be y dx plus x dy. Now here we have d of xy, and this is term of z. This is integrable. On integration, we'll get derivative of integration of d of xy. D will get cancelled, so we'll have xy, and with respect to z, z square by 2 equal to constant c2. Okay, z's integration z square by 2. So this will be the second relation that you'll get. The set of multipliers you need to understand perfectly, then only you can find the solution. Hence the general solution is phi of u comma v equal to 0. U is x square minus y square minus z square and v is xy minus z square by 2 equal to 0. So this will be the general solution of the second problem. Okay. First set of multiplier is x minus y minus z. Second is y x minus z. Both are independent. You can easily identify. It will take time to understand. Once you keep on practicing these type of problems, definitely you will get the idea. Okay. Now the third problem you can practice. This is P, this is Q, this is R. Okay. And few more problems I am going to give you for practice. Okay. Which are combination of all the methods. First, for solving this practice set of problems, you need to see the lecture number 7 as well as lecture number 8. So these are the few set of this problem also, and this is also I am leaving for practice. And with this, along with this 10-12 problems, we practice them, right? If you practice, you will definitely become expert in solving these type of problems. Okay. So all these problems are a combination of all the methods. Means method of grouping is also applicable for some problems. In method of grouping also we have seen the problem new groups you need to form. One example we have seen dx plus dy by dx plus dz by x plus z. That type of new group also we form whenever the group is not available. That type of problems are also available here. Then directly some examples will be there where two groups you will get. Okay, and there will be some problems. The problem number 11, 12, these two problems based on the multipliers. Here you need to do guess the set of multipliers, correct set of multipliers. These are quite similar to the examples that we have solved. You can easily identify the multipliers. Okay, there are some problems in which we use the relation, right? The first relation, obtain relation, we use to obtain the second relation. That type of problem also we have discussed. So if you practice all these 10, 12 problems, definitely you will become, means you can handle these type of problems easily. Means at least you will have idea how to proceed in what situation. Okay, means if it is a situation where grouping is not possible, we have to think of multipliers. Like that you can think at different situation. Okay, and I am there for you. I will help you. Even if you are having any kind of doubt in any problem, you can ask me in comment box, or you can contact me on my number also. Okay, so this is it from the linear differential equation of order 1. I am leaving this problem for you along with this 10-12 problem. Okay, this is it from the linear differential equation of order 1. In the coming lecture we are going to start the non-linear differential equation of order 1. For solving that non-linear differential equation of order 1, we have different method. Okay, so that's it from this lecture. Thank you.